Welcome to this game of Mechabellum. You can see here, fighting party and options. We have training spec, speed, rhino and marksman spec. And looking at those, I could either go for training or rhino. And rhino is the choice with sledges and arc lights as a start. And this is my first game after the patch. I was thinking of going crabs. My opponent options, we have a giant spec, saber, typhoon and fortified. Giant's not bad, typhoon could also be an option, and saber-tooth spec with saber hounds. And my opponent goes for saber-tooth spec, so let's see how this goes. Looking at here, he's saber hound. I don't expect him to advance on the magnetic barricade, so I am defending the side of the turret. You see me position my vertical sledges, arc lights, and I grab some chaff, even if that will leave me with very low DPS, so maybe, just maybe, I should have grabbed a DPS unit. But I will go for chaff. If I had some good locks on the anti-armor cannon, the DPS problem could be solved. But we'll see how this will go. My opponent also goes for chaff. Sold his tower. I sold mine too, but I sold the one in the middle. Because this one could be useful. You see one behind each arc light. Unfortunately, tower shooting at crawlers and then hounds, and then crawlers again, and wasted out shots before it could shoot at the saber-tooths. And now my arc lights are locked on the saber-tooths instead of killing the hounds. So now it's back online, killing hounds instead of saber-tooths. Now it dies right before it goes to shoot on the saber, so bad lucks for the tower and defeat. With very low HP sabers, but low HP is not dead. Here, there is a DPS problem solution, the Phoenix. Hard to pass a second turn, not free, 50 costs Phoenix. To solve my DPS problem, you can see me putting the Phoenix here, in front of the Sabertooth. So after this shaft is done, it should block on the saber. And I'll just grab more shaft, put it in front so I don't lose one sledge on each side at the start for the sabers, and grabbing more sledges. Another sledge here, and I think I will put a crawler to attack his tower. But he will also put a crawler here, and he even has fangs in the back. So, crawlers here. The idea was to attack his tower, but it will be a crawler versus crawler fight here, and the fangs are too slow to participate in that fight, thankfully. So this side is relatively safe. And here, now I have the DPS. Can see the crawlers somehow managed to kill each other perfectly. There was no crawler left, and I am winning the right side. Actually, maybe one survivor of my sign and his fangs killed it. Yeah, the fangs killed the heart. So it was not a perfect fight. Mine won. But I won the right side, even if not by much. 2 phoenixes and 4 sledges. But let's speed this. Now just need to deal with some fangs. With the debuff. They are coming for my phoenixes. I don't have the sledge that I would win anyway, but I didn't want to lose the phoenix. The sledges arrive, and right in time. Almost dead. Got a level 1 on us, the sabers. Here we have a few good options. Shield air drop is always useful, though my opponent has sabers, so not that useful in here. Incendiary bomb is really good. So look at my opponent here, it's great against the crawlers and the hounds. So I will throw fire here, even if it will maybe host a few of my own crawlers. Range on the arc lights, but then I will go back on the range, I think. Because I will get out of money for what I want to do. You can see I got a level on the Phoenix, I want to grab that level and I want to put another unit. So I will undo the range. I will have the fire to kill the shaft on this turn. If my opponent is shielding here, he's not shielding forward enough. So it won't block my fire. Level 2 on Phoenix. You can see that I put the arc light more in the back because I was fearing that he would put crawlers here. But he will just missile, and I also grabbed another Phoenix on this side. The idea is to threaten his tower. And let's see how this goes. It's the Tigre key. He saved his free saber, so now he has 3. My fire is here, and it is kinda killing my own crawlers, but it's killing all his crawlers and all his hounds, so profit for me. I also have to kill his shield, which the Phoenixes are working on. Of course I won this side. Now just need to kill his Phoenixes. The buff. And Phoenix dead, but somehow it managed to kill my Phoenix. Thankfully I still have 2. And 1 arc light. I think they should be able to kill all the fangs. There's only a few left. And even during the debuff they can one-shot fangs. And that's victory for me. Even if it's not a big victory, but I broke his shield. So that's a profit. And now I get my Rhino. And here we have more spells. Iron Blast looks really powerful in here, but it's expensive. I wanted money. Iron Blast here could do a lot. But I will just go for the Missile Strike. My idea here is I kill his Phoenix. He has nothing to kill my Phoenix. Although he does have late fangs in here. So I targeted his Phoenix and a few crawlers, which are going here, so it will kill quite a few of them. Right on the left. And finally range on the arc lights, which may not be my best idea here, because of a simple Ion B. You go with Ion Blast here. If they didn't have range, I think they would walk more forward, and maybe a few of them would escape. Those 2. But with the range, they won't escape, and it will kill a lot of my units. It will be a devastating Ion Blast in here. My opponent is even shielding against Ion Blast. His shield won't protect his units against my missile, because it will target the Phoenix and the crawlers when they are here. So this won't work for that. And I didn't shield, so I will take the full brunt of the spell, which will be devastating, because it's getting my Phoenixes, and both of them are dead. And suddenly I have no DPS on this side. So all my hopes are on the left, which don't have a lot of units. I don't have... Only the sledges survived. Even a few of the sledges were killed in here. The buff a bit late, but we still have a few sledges alive. And my army is slowly arriving from this side. or at least a small army. Problem is, he still has a lot of things. At least one shield goes down. And my Phoenix is level 1 Phoenix, locked on a level 2 Sabertooth. And we show the buff. And the fangs are arriving. So unfortunately, they will die. So not a great round for me. And already below 3k HP. Didn't start with a lot. And unity choices. I didn't really want any of those, but storms can be useful. And they sell for the most, together with the 5 badger. 5 badger would be best for a fast sell. But I wanted to keep one Stormcaller in here, just for some extra DPS. You can also see that I'm going for Mech Rage on the sledges to increase their shaft clear potential, and they are doing quite well. And with it also increased their hound clear potential. If the Arclight survive this time to kill the shaft, the sledges can help with the hounds. My opponent is not liking my Phoenixes as DPS here, and wait straight for Fortress with AA on both sides. It's also good against my Rhino. Not the AA, but the Fortress in the base unit. But my Phoenixes are very vulnerable to the AA of the opponent. So you can expect that it won't be a very good round. I'm expanding my sledge line. You can see I added more. They survived at the first salvo with very little HP. In here, already lost one, only one life. At least the shield is down. And okay, lost all my Phoenixes. I do still have some DPS in the storms. And my sledges won the middle. But I have no DPS to kill the air now. The storms will be able to kill the fortress on this side, yeah. But the left lost. And there's nothing against the air, so defeat. And now I am close to 2k HP. And I need to answer Fortress. Some spells. What I should have done is Laser Sight, Melter. It's the correct answer for this situation with Fortress. Especially since he already went AA, you can start selling your Phoenixes and go to Melter to counter it. And you already have one wasted attack. But if you have accompanied my videos for some time, you know I like some mountains, and I look, let's go for mountains to kill the fortresses. And that's my idea. Problem here is I don't have anything to deal with this Phoenix. And mountain is very expensive, 350 to unlock. And I even grabbed range for them. Even if it was not really needed. I could have left the range out at the first turn. He doesn't have range on his fortresses. You see that I had to loan to grab more, to be able to grab more units. Because it's a lot of money. 800 for the unit, 350 for the unlock, and 500 for the tech. My opponent went for the barrier item. And even put an anti-missile here to counter my worms. He also has 2 level 2 fortresses now. Thankfully now I have DPS. So one barrier down. This side is losing again, just to be expected. Crawlers are being annoying. A lot of chaff surviving. That's why I say that should have done is went for Melter, grab the second tech on the Acolytes to help with chaff clear faster, and the Melter will deal with the fortresses. And it would be a lot cheaper. But loss. But level on the mountain and have more money to grab another mountain. Although I did loan the last round, so I have a bit less money than I should. You see, I grab one marksman. The idea being the marksman will kill the Phoenix. Load my Phoenix here. So now he has a useless tech. So I have nowhere left. Grab one more sledge, which I will put on the flank, but then I will go back and just put a crawler here, because my fire is back. And considering he has barrier here, and he will probably put a barrier here, and the fire in here would kill my units too, I will put fire on his backline. See, fire here, with the crawler here, which will pull his units. So I will kill at least 3 shaft packs in here. 3.5, because half of this pack is also going for here. Maybe even more than half. And it will also distract his phoenixes. Which may be a bad thing, because I want my marksman to kill it. I even put range on the marksman. So we will stay far in the back and survive to kill the Phoenix. That was my idea. Missile here. My opponent's using a lot of missiles, as you can see. 2 missiles on this side. With the fire killing the shaft. The problem is on this side, they're still having shaft problems, as you can see. Right in here. Mountain killing everything on the ground, but the marksman is a bit vulnerable in here, and it's dead. So I won the left, won the right, but where's my AA? I have nothing to kill the cursed phoenixes. So even if I won the ground, I would have dealt more than 1,000 damage to a few storms alive in here, but I have nothing to kill the phoenixes. And as level 2 phoenixes, they will have a lot of time to kill my mountains, which did took some damage from the fortresses. And I got scammed and lost the round because of the marksman. Maybe I should have put the marksman behind the mountain, and it would have worked. Putting here behind the tower was not a great. Here, look at the game offering me belters, but I will just go for the 5 badgers. The idea being to annoy his backline with 5 badgers. You see me putting on 5 badger here, 1 here, and I will sell 1. And more mountains. So 1 mountain here in the middle. Although I do have a shaft clear problem in here. I only have 4 arclights. And look at how many packs of crawlers my opponent has. Crawlers and fangs. So maybe I should have invested a little more on arclights with shockwave. But I have a money problem going for mountain. I even want the levels, but I don't have the money. My opponent went for the same idea, 5 badgers on the flanks. So, only on this flank. He's still going for anti-missile, then go back. And the Ion Blast is back here. You can see that I put 2 barriers this time to help protect my units. And my opponent goes for an Abyss. I even grabbed more marksman here. But he went straight for Abyss with swarm missiles. And that will counter my marksman. Because the marksman is way too low HP and the swarm missiles can kill them. I went for the gun launch missile to clear the ground faster, which is working. You can see I am winning the ground. And the marksman killed the Phoenix finally, but now they have a very big target to kill in here. Even got the buff, but saved my marksman 1 little more, but on the next swarm missile it will die. And an Abyss has a lot of HP for a single level 1 marksman with not even AA be able to kill. You can see the missiles dead. Even grabbed the tower. So I got scammed by air again. Another marksman here, but it will also die. So air is scammed. Another time. And I'm very close to death in here now. None of those is really good for me. I will just skip. And look in here. What should I have done? Maybe marksman was not the answer. And now defend, definitely it's not the answer, because they are very vulnerable to the swarm missiles. So I have a few options here. There is anti-aircraft ammunition on the mountains, but there is a lot of ground units for them to kill. And leveled fortresses. But what I did was I trusted that getting 2 of them to level 2 and grabbing anti-aircraft ammunition, I would still have enough DPS on the ground to kill the units and then kill the Abyss. That was my idea. I also grabbed 1 more Arclight, because I was having shaft problem here in the middle. My opponent went for more Abyss. So 1 level 2 now and another level 1. Also missile in here. Trying to kill this faster. And lose formation crawlers. Try to annoy my opponent a little more. Although he does have 5 badgers in here. And swarm missiles also help a little. My problem here is they have a bit less DPS on the ground, and my opponent has even more damage in the air. And I'm still having shaft problems. This one is finally shooting the air, but dead. Oh, they took half the HP of each Abyss. Now I got the buff. This one managed to kill 1, but lost to another. And I think if I had more HP, I could have stabilized with this strategy, but it didn't work, although I do have one that worked. Let's view the battlefield and try this again. So here, let's go as myself. Instead of doubling down on the mountains, I could have divided responsibilities and grabbed a few melters. Range for the melters. It's long. What else do I need? Another unit. Arc light here can help. I need some shaft clear. I could also go for my own shaft in here, which I am lacking. Let's sell this rhino. It's not been very useful. Give this mountain a level. Missile here. Missile. I don't think I need really a missile here. It will throw the rocket launcher and do a lot. Let's go, just to guarantee that I kill all the shaft. And let's grab extra range. And that's all my money. Let's see how this goes. I do have melters and just need them to lock on the right units. One locked here. Ouch, this one just took a lot of damage. And tower debuff. Really bad timing. And it's not going that well. Strange. I remember doing that and it worked. But this time, it doesn't look like I will be able to win. Yeah, missile will kill it. Very strange. Why do you do something in the game and do it again and it didn't work? Let's try this round again. Remember I did something like this. So let's go again, change a little. Let's go for melter. That's really strange. We could leave the rhino alive. Sell the useless marksman. Actually, instead of selling the marksman, I will sell the storms. Let's go for range. I want this. I want speed too. Speed is important. Arc light in here. I won't have the money, although I could. Get this a level again. And one missile here. Let's throw it here. And let's see if this time it will work. Maybe it was the speed that was the problem. I can't kill them instantly without a missile. Okay, level 2 is dying. Yes, that's it. And both are locking on this one, and it's dead. And now it's a victory, not a heavy victory. See how much the speed difference makes? Look at the damage, more than 2000 damage. And that's how what I should have. Actually, what I should have done is went for melters instantly instead of mountains. But I like the mountains. Even if they are not the most effective units for their cost. They cost a lot. But they are so cool. It's hard to pass an opportunity to play them. But you can see I could have won with them. And heavily. But that's not what happened. What happened was I going for AA, which would have also worked if I had more time or more HP. I had lost so much HP to iris scams at the start. I could have made the full mountain work with going AA on them. I just needed levels and more mountains. But unfortunately, it was defeat. But even if it was defeat, I hope you will subscribe and help me, so I can upload more games. And that's it. I think I have nothing else to talk about in here. Just that, as I said, anti-air barrage, that's why I didn't invest on the Phoenixes and was able to sell them. I just went for a DPS unit that needed a little more time to work better. It actually worked, it won the ground. Just got scammed by the air a few times and then destroyed by the air because I didn't have enough HP to survive for them to get enough levels and units to work. But that's it. I will see you on the next one.